Keith is used to being a tall, handsome, you know, bachelor. He's used to someone that the ladies love, I'm sure, because he comes off as really charming. So the ladies flock. And I'm sure he doesn't have to put in the work because a lot of times men that are used to getting women, they don't have to put in their work and they don't have to do anything. The women do it all for them for the most part. That's why he is so stuck on being mature or stuck on, you know, I need somebody with more relationship experience, because he's used to a woman that is going to do the the brunt work of the relationship for him. I mean, that's just what I see with him, because Iris demands a little bit more effort. Iris demands more time. Iris demands, you know, she needs nurturing in a way. She needs tenderness. Try a little tenderness. She needs, you know, she needs patience, real patience. Not like, okay, I'm sitting up here and I'm not gonna bother her about intimacy or her virginity, but I'm really over it and I've checked out of the situation. She needs actual patience. Cause I looked at some of my older videos when this show first came on, and in the first couple of episodes I knew Keith knew what to say. I knew he was saying all the right things, but did he actually have the patience? I even said that verbatim. Does he actually have the patience? And I think at the end of the day, Keith didn't actually have the patience. I really believe that. I think he just, you know, wanted to be the good guy and didn't want to come off as the bad guy. You know, Matt didn't care whether he was a bad guy or not. But Keith wanted to, he still wanted to have that nice guy persona. I don't know if it's for his mama. I don't know if it's for his students, but I really believe that. And then on top of all that, I'm not mad at Keith because he could have kept this going. He could have kept dragging this along, but he cut it off. And even though I know it hurt Iris, I'd rather him cut it off early instead of like maybe staying with her and cheating or just being miserable, because neither one of them can be happy when they're on two different pages like that. I said before, marriage, there, it's like their marriage was a book and Keith was stuck in the first chapter and Iris read ahead. You know what I'm saying? She's one of those people that reads ahead and try to, like, you know, do everything. um you know, somebody that reads the syllabus and gets all the work done in the beginning, when in actuality you have to take your time and to do the work. And I think Keith checked out in the beginning. I honestly believe Keith checked out around the time of her being getting upset over the lemonade, because first she freaked out over the ring, then it was the lemonade, then it's this virginity thing. She's not actually taking steps to actually, you know, step outside of her comfort zone. When it comes to Iris, I feel like she's used her virginity to make boundaries. She's used to using her virginity as like, stay away from me. You know, it's like the perfect shield, the perfect blockade. Oh, I'm a virgin. You have to back. And I feel like Keith was tired of trying to, even though he wasn't really trying that hard, he didn't want to put in that effort. He didn't. Iris wasn't making, oh my goodness, and Iris wasn't making it easy for him either. Both of them played a part in this relationship not working. And the main reason why I think they were on two totally different pages is because I feel like Iris was genuinely shocked when Keith said he wanted a divorce. She was I think we all were, but nobody was more shocked than Iris. I think she genuinely thought he would come back and be like, I want to work on this. And he wasn't. And that's what solidified for me that they were on two different pages. Like, they didn't talk to each other enough. One thing that Keith didn't do, and another reason why I don't understand why you keep calling Iris so immature, you did some of the same stuff she did, as far as not being happy with some of her actions. Why didn't you say in a moment, look, I don't mean, look, I don't like the way this is going, and I'm gonna need this and this and this for me to want to continue on in this marriage. And Iris could have done the same thing. Like, you wanted him to be more romantic. You wanted him to, like, take his time with you and actually, you know what I'm saying, grow on an intimate level. Not just the, you know, losing her virginity part, but, you know, things that lead up to it that don't necessarily have to do with, like, kissing or touching. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know each other. And, you know, she said a lot of times Keith would be out with his friends at night, or, I mean, at least he came home, but she said he would do that. She said that they would be in the bed and he wouldn't talk with her. So I think on both sides, both of them were a little bit immature, because I don't even think Keith is saying she doesn't have experience with relationships, but I feel like if he knew better, he would have done better, but he didn't. Like, your experience with relationships didn't help you with this situation. And I kind of think, I really think the inexperience with relationships was a cop out. I think he said that because he couldn't say, you know, what he really wanted to say about her virginity, or the way she uses her virginity as kind of like a blockade. You know, he couldn't say that, so he said inexperience. But there's plenty of people that get married straight out of high school or whenever and don't have experience with relationships and stay married. So it's not about that. It's about neither one of them being on the same page and not actually telling each other what each other needed. I really think that's where both of them fell short. And Keith checked out a long time ago, like I said, and Iris didn't know he checked out. She had no idea. She had no clue. She thought they were both still working towards being together. And I think that's where the disconnect happened. Pastor Cal was like, literally, Pastor Cal's face was literally my face whenever in each of the decision situations, his face was literally my face, because he would be expressing exactly how I was feeling. And when he told Iris, like, you are a viable wife, because she was just beating up on herself, like, you know, saying because she didn't have experience, she felt like she wasn't a viable wife. And when he told her that, and when he really, like, pulled her to the side and said, you are worthy of having a husband, you're a worthy wife, I could have almost cried, because I know her heart was broken, and I know she was kind of like maybe placing all the blame on herself, when that's not right. That's unfair. All of this is not her fault. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think it's on both of them. Seriously. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at Keith's decision. He just feels like she's not the right one for him. And I'm fine with that. Even like last night, I was really upset and I was ready to go off on him. But that, like I said, that's why I'm glad I had time to, like, think about it today. And I actually realized, you know, if he doesn't want to be in a relationship, I don't want him to be. Like, who wants to be in a relationship someone's forcing you to be in? I mean, he kept saying she meant so much to him, but I don't know. Like, Keith was kind of putting on a sad act, like when they went back to their apartment and was gathering their things, and like, this is gonna be the last time we're gonna be together, and, you know, la la la. I don't know. I just didn't believe his act. I believe Keith was ready to leave. I believe he was ready to go, and he wanted to, as like in comparison to Matt, he didn't want to be hurtful towards Iris. I will say that he was trying to spare her feelings. Um, you know, I respect his decision. At the end of the day, I don't think Iris should have been on this show. I don't even know if Keith should have been on this show, to be honest, because I don't know. It just seems like he wasn't ready to be a husband either. Okay, y'all. So I got everything that I said out. Let me go ahead and read y'all's comments, because I know y'all had a lot to say. Man, y'all had a lot to say. Greg is the man that built 4-bedroom house knowing he was looking for a queen. Hey, and that's another thing I wanted to say. A lot of people was like, well, Deanna didn't want Greg until she saw that house. Okay, and what's wrong with that? maybe, I mean, for some women, you know, a man being able to provide is a huge turn on. Like, that's something that a lot of women want in a man. I do. And I don't see nothing wrong with with that. Like, maybe making her more interested in him. What's wrong with that? Um, if you're in here, guys, there are 39 people in here, go ahead and leave a like. Iris came off as delusional. She kind of was in a way. Because like I said, they were on two totally different pages. Iris was in Iris' world, and I don't think Keith wanted to be in that world anymore, because in a lot of ways she controlled what was happening because of her virginity. And you know, it was you know, kind of a control thing for her. I told you the other night Keith was out of juice, out of the juice. Yes, Nita, I can agree with that. I think so too. I was waiting for your review. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. I only say that is because she's holding off hope that Keith will come back to her and value her desire to remain a virgin. And that's another thing. Keith basically left, I don't know how this came up, but maybe I think one of the couples asked Keith, could they possibly get back together, or could they work it out, or whatever. And Keith basically was like, yeah, in so many words. And I'm just like, Keith, don't do, like, if you don't really believe that, if you don't really think that y'all can actually work, don't say that. Don't get people's hopes up and play with people's emotions because you don't want to hurt her feelings. And to me, that's another, like, if he's doing that, that's very immature as well. Like, be real about the situation. If you don't want to be with her, if you don't see yourself being able to really be with her, just cut it off. I rather you, instead of trying to like have hope or put hope in her heart, just be honest, because I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. um Keith wasn't willing to put in the work. He's spoiled. I agree. Like, that's really how I feel. I feel like he's a mama's boy and he's looking for somebody like his mama. That's just how I feel about it. Iris needs a Mormon who waits until marriage. I think he checked out due to overall immaturity, not just, I believe, predicted this on your last live. I said Keith was going to let her down easily. I'll take your word for it because somebody did say that. I believe you said it, but I don't think Iris is as immature as everybody says she is. But okay, to me, if Iris is immature, so is Keith. Seems like her virginity should have stayed between them. She used it like her badge of honor if she was. Y'all. Y'all, I'm trying to laugh at this stuff. He would have hated and dogged if he romantically seduced her. It was both of them, but he was a gentleman, but there's a way to romance someone without pushing them to want to, you know, be intimate with them or take their virginity. There's a way to do that. He's like, y'all remember when they got each other gifts for their anniversary, and Iris put a lot of thought into hers and got him something that he actually really wanted and really was going to use? Keith got her a heart necklace. Now, don't y'all think Keith could have looked deeper into Iris, studied her a little bit more, and learned something, you know, I don't know, really got her a gift that would match her better? I don't see the type of thought that Iris put in it. Keith didn't put that same thought into it. And that's why I think, you know, he's a little immature in some areas too. Man, y'all said a lot. I'm trying to read everybody's comment. It seems like her virginity should have stayed between them. She used it like a head. It didn't. What stood out to me when his friend said this is the longest he went without. So he didn't have longevity. Possibly. But like a lot of people have said, if you can't wait 2 months, something wrong with you. You have a problem you need to deal with. Like 2 months? That's what makes me think he's so spoiled and women just throw themselves at him all the time. If you that spoiled, that was a new experience for him being involved with a virgin, so I think he handled it well. I don't think he handled it bad, but I just think he doesn't have as much good relationship experience as he thinks he does. I really feel like Keith loves Iris, and he should have tried to see what their relationship would be with the cameras. Keith needs to talk to a mature man. That's what I feel like too. Maybe he needs to talk to his daddy, so his daddy can give him some tips on how to really woo a woman. Yes, and that was nice. She was worthy and needs to get focused on. Yes. Keith got by because of a good edit. I agree. I agree. Cause if it was more of an honest edit, we I wouldn't have had to read an interview to actually see from Iris's perspective. You know, but I also think I feel like Keith was saying a lot of stuff behind Iris's back that he wasn't saying to her face. And I feel like Iris felt a certain way about certain things that Keith was doing, but she didn't even say it to the confessional because she, you know, I think she was trying to respect him and not say things behind his back when he wasn't giving her the same respect necessarily. And I don't want this to sound like I'm bashing Keith or I dislike Keith, because that's not the case. But we just gotta, like, I am sticking up for Iris a little bit because she did get a bad edit. Someone showed me an article where they said Keith was approached by a casting director. I heard they was finding people on Tinder and dating apps. Yes, I feel like he was gassing her up. Don't gas me up. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't think he should have left an opening there. Like, if you don't want to be with her, cut it all the way off. And I hope Iris didn't take that to heart. There were so many people saying Iris is immature and should have slept with Keith in order to keep him. I was like, so many women are sleeping with men that are so-called mature but can't keep him. Exactly. Because it takes more than one person. It's not just all about her and her immaturity. What about the parts where he falls short? Well, Keith said he was approached by, oh my goodness. Where is this interview? Y'all need to send me the link to this interview or tell me where I can find it. He didn't want to do what was needed to be done for a successful relationship. I thought he was going to work with her at least a little without the cameras. That's what I thought too. That's why I was really thrown off that he wanted a divorce. You guys don't like Keith, but he seemed honorable to. It's not that I don't like Keith. It's not that I don't like Keith, because I do like Keith, but we keep pointing out. I think I'm defensive because everybody keeps pointing out Iris's shortcomings without pointing out Keith's. And so I'm just trying to keep it balanced, to be honest. But Iris definitely has her faults, and I do think Keith was honorable in that he didn't try to push her. And I really feel like, you know, it did take a lot of patience for someone who is used to, I guess, sleeping with everybody to not do it for 2 months. I mean, I guess you get a gold star for that. And for him not to cheat on her, because I mean, shoot, these men on these shows be cheating left and right, so I guess he do deserve props for the bare minimum, huh? He do. I like Keith. I wish my daughter had a Keith or a Greg. Keith was more worried about her virginity than she was. He should have communicated with her instead of, yeah, I believe that too. But I do think Iris was holding it up as a barrier, to be fair. I do think she was throwing it in there a lot too. When Deanna saw the house, she knew that he was serious about having a wife. Exactly. That's another thing. Like, when she saw the house, it's like, man, like, he's really serious about this. He really wants, you know, he wants a wife and fill this house up with kids. Right. Say what you mean and mean what you say, Keith. Don't give false hope. I think Iris was shocked and insulted and won't try with Keith again, as you said, not on the same page. Yep. There was a lot between hand holding. Yes, there's a lot between hand holding and sleeping together. Definitely. He could have gotten it. I think Keith would change his mind. Do you think he slept with someone else right after the show ended? I wouldn't be surprised. I think 2 months is a long time to go for a guy who is accustomed. Yeah, but when you're married, I mean, it should not be all about that. And if you're not ready to get to give up that player lifestyle, then, you know, you just never know with Keith, because I don't know. I just don't know. Keith just seemed like he was a player in the past, and he's just used to getting what he wants from women. Girl, I was with my husband for 35 years, and he never could pick a gift. I had to laugh. Some men are not. I agree, but that was just for an example. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he could have really taken more time to get to know Iris. I don't think he truly tried to like study her the way he should have, the way I'm sure the way Greg studies Deanna, you know? Hi Maxine. Steve Harvey says 3 months. Did you see the trailer for next week? Yeah, I want to watch the trailer with y'all for next week too. I didn't know this was a live bashing. Oh, my goodness. I'm not gonna defend myself about bashing Keith anymore. I'm not bashing Keith. I'm just holding him accountable as well as Iris. He wasn't being honest and she wasn't saying stuff. That's true. Both, and honestly, it is on both of them. It's on both of them. So I'm not bashing either one. To me, they're on the same level. When Keith said during one of their games that he can't stand a person who always feels they are right, Keith was talking about Iris. That is true. I do remember that. He was talking about Iris. Iris do think she's always right. I can definitely see that from her. I'll send the link. Someone just sent it to me. The interview was a few months back. Please do. I might do another live after I read it. Honestly, though, Keith physically checked out the beginning, and it was telling. The fact that Keith wasn't disrespectful didn't make him a good guy. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes we hold men to the bare minimum standard. Because he wasn't disrespectful and didn't try to force her to do something she didn't want to do, we supposed to give him like extra gold stars for that. That's like the bare minimum of what a man should do, especially one that signed up to get married to a stranger. I'm glad she didn't sleep with him. I think it's still hope for them. Whew. I wouldn't hold my breath. Keith was turned off by Iris within the first few weeks. They just didn't vibe. He and Iris are so different. I could see that too. I don't believe that the weight of the couch was the issue. It was overall pressure of consistently stating she was a virgin. It was kind of weird about getting freaky on film. That is weird. I wouldn't want to do that either. But, you know, some people were... Elizabeth don't care. And so I feel like people like that should be the ones signing up for this show. Not somebody like Iris, who is very... I'm sure she's very insistent upon keeping her persona a certain way, you know? Iris should hurry up and become a nun. Stop it. Keith was only present and showed up for everything. Even half the time he wasn't even all that positive. Keith only done what was required. Rewatch some scene. I agree, because when it came to stepping out of her shell and doing certain things, Keith didn't really come up with anything to do. Iris came up with those things to do. Even though she didn't necessarily like give her all to them every time. I think they will end up together. I remember they had another couple who was like that. You never know, but I still wouldn't hold my breath. The reunion trailer. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. We're going to watch the reunion trailer when I get done with these comments. Keith and Matt ready to hit the bars and pick up numbers together. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, when Matt left, I thought Keith was going to be out right behind him, like, meeting up with him to go pick up some girls at the bar. I think they needed Dr. Viviana earlier in the relationship. I agree with that, too. Dr. Viviana gave some very good tips. I feel like she should have really been with them the whole time. I feel like she should have been there coaching them the whole time. Because I feel like she really has some good advice for Iris. His grandma was his best friend and she died 3 weeks. That's true. How do we know Keith was depressed, y'all? Like, I understand being in mourning, but depressed, I don't know. Because, I don't know. He could have been, though. Like, I didn't even think about that. You're right. His grandmother did die. I would be very, very upset. Keith could have romanced her, just like you said. The romance was not there. Iris was touchy-feely when he was doing what he could have helped her with the lovey-doveyness. True. Keith wanted a freak. And he requested a freak when he signed up for this silly show. He was angry they paired him with... Y'all are crazy. Nice. That's true. what I can't understand is how Iris said, even though they did other things, I think there was so much confusion. Iris needs a man who really wants her. Keith thinks he is the prize. I think you might have hit the nail on the head with that one. He probably was feeling some kind of way about his granny place. I agree. Because Iris was being very annoying about certain things, and I had to go back and watch a couple of my first reviews. Iris was very annoying, even to watch. So I can imagine like being married to her. I'm sure we didn't see all of her annoying ways, so I'm sure there was some times where that really got on his nerves, and I don't even blame him. Okay, guys, so now that I've read all comments, I'm going to go ahead and play the preview for the reunion because it was a little bit juicy. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that, and then let's talk about it. Uh-oh. What's going on? Hold on, y'all. It don't want to play. Oh, let me see what's going on. I'm having so many technical difficulties today. What's going on? Now my internet don't want to work. That's crazy. Gosh. Well, so much for that. I guess I can't use it while I'm on my phone. It's weird. It's weird. But put this back up here then. Yes, I'm with AT&T too. What's going on? I was nervous that Amber was going to say. Ooh, I was too. I just knew she was going to say yes to Matt. Matt was so rude to her at that barbecue, and I feel like Iris was talking about. Iris was bitter about her rejection. That's why she did the article. I bet it did. I don't think she was bitter. I don't think she was bitter in that interview because she really could have bashed Keith. I feel like she just said what she had to say about her side of the story. I knew Iris was annoying. Go look at the dress fitting and look at the face of the guy who was helping her get fitted. I liked Iris, but she was so like innocent. I thought he was mourning, but I don't believe that anymore because he would have gave it. Yeah, especially since Iris was there for him. Like, Iris was there for him while his grandmother passed away. Like, she really stepped up as a wife. And he even said that himself. So, for him to, like, I don't know, there's, like, many good qualities about her. But I guess the bad outweighed the good to him. Let me see if I can get this Wi-Fi working. Like, I have no clue what's going on here. My Wi-Fi is working on my phone. Man, I was gonna watch the preview of the reunion with y'all. Matt had me cackling when he said he wanted to call his son cute. Right. You know, a lot of people say Matt likes black girls. And whenever I looked at Married at First Sight fan page, the girl that he was supposedly talking to at the bar was a black girl. So that kind of explains to me why he wants to name his son cute. I think Iris handles the breakup well. I wouldn't have been able to be at the barbecue smiling. Usually cry the whole day after a breakup, and honestly, I wouldn't have been able to be that mature either. And that, to me, that's another thing that shows me Iris is more mature than people give her credit for, because I'm too petty. Ain't no way I couldn't even be at the same apartment with him getting my stuff out, let alone laughing it up at no barbecue. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm not that mature. I couldn't do it, y'all. I just could not. I would be literally either be going off on him or in tears or both. I'm curious about the way he edited her. Me too. She was there for him. Then it was also the beginning. True. Matt came on the show to eat and find an apartment. Don't forget his singing career and the money. Matt is a sociopath. Yes. Well, I'm not going to call him a sociopath, but he has some of those ways because he just does not care about anybody's emotions but his own. I wonder if Matt will show at the reunion. He was in the preview, so he showed to the reunion. But I hope they tear him up nonetheless. Them women tear Matt up, all the way up. I feel like Iris was talking about her relationship with Keith ending when she was, I don't think Keith was a bottom line. Yep, she's good toward him. He said I miss her. If Keith come back here talking about he still want Iris, I'm probably gonna have a problem with that, y'all. I'm just gonna say that up front. I'm gonna have a problem with that because now that's the same thing Will did to Jasmine. Maybe we can date now. Now that y'all divorced? Ugh. Iris threw in some jabs. I don't think so. I didn't take it as jabs, but you know, we might just have a difference of opinion there. Keith deserved a thought. He asked for one. They paired him with a 12-year-old. I don't care if Matt likes black girls. I don't think he's worthy. No, I didn't mean it like that. I definitely didn't mean it like that. I don't think he deserves one. I just think he wants one. I was depressed for weeks after hearing Matt sing. Haven, you are crazy. Why you always come in here with all the craziest comments? Oh, Keith needs to keep it moving, agreed. But at the same time, let's at least commend Keith on his honesty. He was respectful. Yes, he has flaws, but I like how he told her. Okay. I agree. I like the fact that Keith ended it without, you know, stringing her along. You know what I'm saying? Even though he kind of left it open-ended, I do commend him on being honest, but I kind of wish he would have been honest earlier and told her these things, you know, while they had time to work on it, you know? But I see what you're saying. These comments moving fast. Matt likes any kind of girls, black, white, whatever. I agree. I agree, but if you want a son named Q, your son need to be black, I think. Do you know that Will has signed the door? You know what? I saw on the Married at First Sight fan page that Will has still not signed those divorce papers. And I'm just like, what are you waiting on? You're the one who didn't want to stay married. What are you waiting on? I cannot stand him. That made me dislike him even more. Like, what are you waiting on? You the one who didn't want to stay married. Jasmine did. Straight up. Skip Max singing. I couldn't handle it. He's going to jail, period. Will did an interview and said he and Jasmine has... What? Jasmine wanted it to be a secret. I'm so sick and tired of all these secrets. Jasmine have some explaining to do too, if that's the case. I feel like Iris was talking about her relationship ending with Keith when she was going in on Matt barbecue. And I could see that. I could see her taking it out on Matt. Since, you know, she probably thought they was all going to jump on Keith and they didn't. But that's only because in comparison to Matt, you know. And then what Keith did wasn't really wrong. He just, you know, that was his decision. Please like the video. Thank you. Thank you. Please like the video. We only have 19 likes and 93 in here. Thank you, Dr. Amara Quelly. Oh, I hope I said that right. Where is the preview? It's on the Married. It's on MAFS fan on their Instagram. My understanding is divorce in NC can take a year. Okay, but he have to sign the papers. She said he haven't signed them. He didn't give her time to work on her stuff, and he should have been more open. Yes. Keith is not as mature as he thinks he is. I agree. Will be able to get half. Oh, I hope not. Oh, I hope not. What happens when we like the video? It just helps other people to see my video and, you know, kind of boosts up my video. It helps people to see it and watch it. Iris acted like she knew what Keith would run back to her because she's a pure virgin. But Jasmine and Will don't live in NC. Yeah, he need to go ahead and sign in papers regardless whether wherever they live. He can still sign them. I meant this season divorce. Oh. I think it's working. There you go. Okay, we finna watch the preview. Let me turn up.
It's been 2 months since decision day. What happened when the cameras turned off and the experts went home? Who maintained their commitment to stay married? And did anyone regret their decision to get a divorce? You missed her? Yes.
We do have some news. Family is expanding.
Definitely care about Amber. Had a big fight and we were broken up.
And it was humiliating. I was humiliated at work. Please tell me you haven't had sex. I had to think about what was real and what wasn't.
This really is an opportunity for you to tell the whole story.
Stop pushing me to answer any more of these questions.
In no way am I disrespecting you.
Stop.
Where do you go from here?
I still truly care about Keith.
So, big question. Are you guys back together? And are you still married? Bye for now.
Okay, it's just starting over. Okay, I think it's gonna be a pretty good reunion, y'all. I think it's gonna be a pretty good one. I haven't seen any photos of Will and Jasmine. I haven't either. Are there any photos of them? Nope. Not that I've seen. Iris's hair was cute. I just wish it laid down a little flatter. I'm in North Carolina and told by someone else it takes a year. I don't know if it's true. I meant for Keith and Iris. Can't find the like button. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm assuming right up under the video, but I don't know where you're looking. They sign a prenup that goes both ways. Will isn't getting anything good. Yes, I watched 90 Day Fiancé. Will isn't signing the paper, so he can get half of her money. I didn't think of that. He's a slouch. Yeah. I can't believe Will and Jasmine was around here being sneaky. What is the point of being on the show? Elizabeth is loco. She is. Like, I really want to know, why do people always got to get fiery with the host? Especially that host. I forgot his name. But he just be asking the real questions. And when people can't handle, when people can't get as honest as he want them to be, they get all fiery and want to snap back at him. He don't even be doing nothing. Iris and this hair. Yes, Iris. Even though I can't lie, I like her natural hair better. Like, even though the weave is, it's different, she's switching it up. I feel like she was trying to, look good. And it didn't look bad, but I really like her natural hair better. Can they get money from Jasmine? Apparently they did consummate their marriage. Y'all, come on, have a heart. Get them likes up. It's free. Thank you so much, Amira. What did I miss? Jasmine. Basically, Will and Jasmine have yet to get a divorce because he won't sign the papers. I don't watch Family Chantel. That whole situation and scenario is so contrived to me. None of it feels real. And I feel like maybe they actually did go through that and they're like acting out what happened, or like a dramatized version. And the acting is terrible. If you are on a phone, you have to exit the chat to like the video. Okay. I was doing 90 Day Fiancé recaps, but a lot of that stuff seems fake to me. Even though some of this, I'm sure it's fake, but it's just on the more realistic side. A lot of this stuff is so fake to me, and it's hard for me to watch sometimes. I didn't want to commit myself to watching 90 Day Fiancé every week. I watch it casually. And mostly I just watch clips on Instagram. If you're on a plane, okay. Will and Jasmine from last year. Will was never attracted to her, never. I don't know. But it does kind of seem that way. But he acting like he's so attractive. Don't do that. Jasmine was a very nice looking woman. She dressed really cute and her hair was always cute. So she had a lot going for her. She does too much, oh girl. Her attitude kind of sucks. Who you talking about? Elizabeth or Jasmine? Oh, I don't remember seeing that on any of the episodes. There's something on Lifetime right now with them. Really? I like Iris. I just like her natural hair better. Y'all know Elizabeth can't handle hard questions exactly. Will claims his type is Megan Good and Drea from Basketball Wives. He thinks he deserves Megan Good and Drea. Will from last season. We can't be talking about the same person. Will think he deserved. If we had, see, we as women, we need to harness that sort of confidence. If we had half the confidence men have, we would literally rule this world. Seriously. If he thinks he deserves Megan Good and Drea, ugh. Chantel and Pedro are both selfish. They are getting on my... Yeah, both of them are equally selfish and both of their families are equally crazy. I can't take nobody's side because both of them are out of line. I like her natural hair, but I was shocked to see another video you did. Someone else mentioned her with straight hair. Oh yeah, I do have that video of people saying that. Not the video. I have that picture of everybody saying that Iris was quote unquote thick. I believe it was the same day from the reunion, and she not necessarily thick, but she do look different with straight hair. Yes, he's a mess, especially since he isn't looking like Lauren. That's what Lauren. He ain't nowhere near Lorenz Tate or Idris Elba, just like you said, which are two of the finest men I've ever seen, if I do say so myself. So he can't walk around here because and Megan Good and Drea are two of the finest women. So you can't do that. How was that your type? Have you ever had a Megan Good or Drea? Then you can't say that's your type. Period. Men be talking about what they type is and never had that. Yeah, I watch Love and Marriage, Huntsville. I love that show. I can't stand Marceau and Martell. I cannot stand them. They irritate me so bad. I'll post a video of him saying he and Jasmine, and he was never attracted to her. He said that out of his own mouth. Will is terrible. That's awful to tell that, to say that. As if he's fine. Elizabeth goes 10 to a million. Exactly. She's like always on 10 though. Elizabeth and Jamie both seem to have borderline. Will is crazy if he thinks he deserves Megan. Exactly. You deserve a butt. You've seen Married at First Sight Australia. No, I've never seen that. Tell the truth, men want dimes but look like pennies. Oh, I'ma steal that. I'ma steal that. Men be wanting dimes and looking like pennies. It's so true. It's so true. If we had the standards that men have, men would have to step their game up. There would be so many more men in the gym. There would be so many more men, getting a fake hairline or going ahead and cutting their hair off. If we held them to the same standard, they wouldn't last a day. They'd be in the corner crying somewhere. How do you think the new Married at First Sight season will be, since they're going to have 5 couples? Y'all, if they have 5 couples, I don't even know if I can review that. That's a lot. That's a lot. I know them episodes going to be long. They're having 5 couples now. Yeah, that's going to be too long. They trying to be like 90 Day Fiance now. They already trying to kind of copy their format by having this little, what they call it, the couples couch. Please, I don't want to watch 90 Day Fiance and Married at First Sight format. If I was in Married at First Sight, I would ask for a guy that wants to pay all the bills and who likes to cook. I will sign up tomorrow. Okay. Season 10 is going to be 2 hours. Oh, that's too much. I'm not a doctor. I'm a metaphysical doctor. And yes, I do counsel couples. Interesting. What's your prediction for the reunion? Who's staying? Now, that's what I did want to ask. Thank you for bringing that up, Rachel. Now, for the reunion, do you guys think... Let me make sure. Okay, for the reunion, who do you think is going to be staying together, breaking up, and possibly getting back together? Do you think Greg and Deanna have stayed together or broken up? Leave it in the chat. Let's see. Greg and Deanna, do y'all think they're still together at the reunion or nah? They're all breaking up. Celeste, why are you being so negative? I think Greg and Deanna gonna be together. My opinion, why go on the show if they're not going to participate in it? Keith should have given Iris more. I agree. They are pregnant. Who's pregnant? Greg and Deanna are still together, not breaking up, never breaking up, never are still together, and they're getting a dog. I think they stay together. Keith and Iris. But I don't think Deanna is Greg's type. I don't think so. I think Greg is attracted to Deanna, to be honest. And I also think that Greg is the type of person that can look past initial looks. Okay, so we're all in agreement pretty much, except for Celeste. We think that they're gonna be together. Some of y'all think they're gonna be pregnant. Deanna might be pregnant or with a new dog. Yeah, I think something like that. They probably gonna play it up like they're pregnant, but yeah, they're definitely. All right, so we think they're gonna be together. What about Jamie and Elizabeth? Do you think they're staying together for the reunion or breaking up? Greg always calls. Yeah, I really do believe Greg found Deanna attractive. I mean, I know some of y'all probably don't think she's cute, but Deanna actually does have a pretty face and nice, beautiful hair, and she's cute. Like, they're done. Jamie and Elizabeth need to be done. Jamie and Elizabeth are staying together. I think they're gonna be together too, but I just don't think they're gonna be together in the long run. They're so dysfunctional. Greg and Deanna still together. Break up. Jamie and Ed might be pregnant to get that. Oh, they might. You never know. They might get pregnant. Greg and Deanna, but I doubt they get pregnant just for a show though, because neither one of them need the money. So Lifetime is showing 15-minute sneak peek of the reunion. I hope my DVR picks that up. I think Deanna's pretty. I do too. Together because they're crazy life first. Jamie has what? Jamie and Beth have a website? What kind of website? I need Jamie and Elizabeth to break up for my own sanity. Exactly. For everybody involved, including the audience, we need for them to break up. I think they will be together for some odd reason. I do too. I remember Greg had to stand in the ocean and hang. How does he? Yeah, I remember that. I do. Greg is very much so attracted to Deanna. I don't know where y'all getting that from. I don't think Keith and Iris are gonna get back together. Okay, so let's just move on to Keith and Iris since everybody keeps bringing them up. Do you think they're gonna ever get back together? When is the sneak peek? Supposedly it comes on tonight. Yeah, Greg is attracted to Deanna. Like, believe it or not. I definitely think they're gonna stick together. But I think Keith and Iris are gonna remain broken up. They didn't look like they were together at all. I would get so frustrated with Elizabeth. All right, Keith will take Iris back if she sleeps with him. If she stopped talking, It's not that simple. I don't think Keith and Iris are gonna get back together. Me either. I don't think he wants to get back together with her. I think she probably would, but I don't think he does. Not in any lifetime. I think Keith and Iris might have tried again after the show for a hot second, but don't know if they're gonna be together. Doubt it. Keith and Iris are not getting back together, especially if Keith's mom has some. I know Keith. He gonna ask his mama about it first. I'll be watching. Yep, I think it's Iris. I think Iris and Keith will get back together. Keith and Iris should try their cameras. Try after the cameras are gone. Deanna's beautiful. Iris got that new hair, so no. The articles make me think they didn't get back together. Yeah, the articles make me think they're not together. Do you think Keith's mom was an intrusive or main factor? I think Keith listens to his mom very closely. He just seems like a mama's boy. But I also think she's the type of mama to be like, I'm happy with whatever you choose. I support you in whatever you do. I don't think she influenced it. She just probably, the only way she influenced it was like, go with your gut. I think that's the main thing she would say. Because she seemed like she liked Iris. I don't think Deanna is really attracted to Greg. She will probably have side pieces. Don't say that. I doubt that. Keith's mama really don't want him to be with Iris. He is mama's boy. Keith looked tired and frustrated a long time. Why do you think? I don't think he mismarried. Yeah, I don't think she wanted to influence him one way or the other. I think she wanted him to make his own decision. She just seemed like that kind of mama, and I'll just go along with whatever you say. Okay, so Matt and Amber. Do I even really have to ask about Matt and Amber? Did you see the pictures Keith's mom posted on Facebook? No, somebody sent me that picture. I haven't seen it. Everybody keeps saying stuff about it, but I haven't seen it. Deanna and Greg was handsome. Deanna said Greg was handsome. She did. Do y'all listen? Matt and Amber not together. Listen to her tone. With him on her, Iris used her virginity as her identity and her marriage. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be surprised if Matt and Amber kept messing around. Me either. I bet the basketball player and the teacher still see each other. I wouldn't be surprised if she went back. But I just doubt he would go back to her. Keith needed a reason to release his frustration. Iris made him go cold turkey. Remember when Deanna said they will have... Someone please describe the picture. Matt still lying on the camera. It's a picture of Keith and Iris holding hands for a photo shoot. That might have been during the time when they were together. She likes him, but she is unique about expressing herself. Matt in it for the money. Like everybody, I honestly believe that. It doesn't mean anything. She just thinks her son looks handsome in the photo. Girl, please, Matt better go on overseas. I got the impression that Deanna is pregnant. She said the family was expanding. Is it one of her? I don't know. Deanna seems a little bit more responsible than just getting pregnant. I doubt she's pregnant. Deanna's not pregnant. Sandy the dog is pregnant. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I just don't see Deanna getting pregnant right now. I was trying to pull Sandy from Greece with that new look for the reunion. Right. Remember when they tried to make us think Christine was pregnant and they said they bought a house? Yeah, I doubt she's pregnant. I just, it's irresponsible to me, honestly, for anybody to get pregnant right now. Y'all just got married and y'all just now getting to know each other. I just feel like that's irresponsible. Keith's mom was in the fans of group until the show started, and she said she was so nervous about what people would think. Her clock is ticking. She's in her 30s. Y'all, I'm about to jump off because I'm starting to get a headache again. I think it's this light. I this is how my energy was last night. That's why I didn't get on the live. I can't take it. My head is, I be getting headaches and I feel my head pounding like right here. So I'm about to jump off, but I'm gonna upload this video is gonna be back up live, so if you came in late and you want to rewatch the video, it'll be up. That's pretty much everything I had to say. I can't wait for the reunion. It looks like it's gonna be good. Thank you. And yeah. I don't know what else to say, y'all. When my head starts hurting, I'll just lose all concentration. So I'm gonna jump off of here, and good night to you guys. Thank you for being in the live with me and talking to me about this show. I love the fact that y'all love the show like the way I do. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. I'll see you next week. I'll most likely go live next week. I don't know if I'll go on that night, but definitely at least the next night if possible, or I'll just record a video. But thank you for being here with me. Thank you for as telling me to feel better. I am gonna be knocked out. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next week.